Welcome to Spoonful Experiences. My name is Deb Martine. I am co-owner of Lotus Blossom Clinic along with my husband, Dr. David Martine, here in Fort Myers, Florida. This is the third week of our 4-week series of the Spoonful Experiences Telesummit, sharing the gifts and passions of 15 of our practitioners at Lotus Blossom Clinic. It is our outreach to the community, both near and far, to create this for you and with you, to expand awareness and provide empowering information for you to be able to use holistic and natural medicines and practices to benefit you and your family's lives. So far in this Telesummit series, we've covered movement medicine, acupuncture, and natural medicine. And this week, you'll experience food as medicine. Next week is energy medicine. Up first today in Food as Medicine, me, with a Food for the Spirit experience. This is from my contribution to a collaborative album released in January of this year. It's called Abundance, the 4th CD in a series of 5 released with Gulf Coast Meditations under the Intuitive Wisdom label. It's available at Lotus Blossom Clinic and on digital platforms like bandcamp.com, Amazon, Apple Music, Spotify, and more. Wellness in our lifestyles is an expansive concept. The meaning of holistic is the whole person. That means body, mind, and spirit. As I've stated at many of the events we've held at Lotus Blossom Clinic, one of the most important things you'll hear me say is it is so key to create love, joy, and purpose in our lives. This will support us in many ways. You can enter this through Food as Medicine. You can find Food as Medicine is supportive of the rest of your journey as well. So today you'll experience a short meditation as a part of your food journey. The second video today is Super Immune Boosting Tea. Join Dr. David Martine and myself in the kitchen as we create one powerful brew. Third up, the power of fermented foods with Vicki Gilardi, a medicinal foods consultant working at the clinic with Dr. David to help his patients. Fourth, me again with chocolate for the brain. We'll take a journey into some of the endorphins and phytochemicals that are involved in supporting and enhancing our brains. Last up for today, probiotic food for the skin with Jacqueline Gilardi. Jacqueline is owner and CEO of Ciani Probiotic Body Care Products. So prepare now for a beautiful walk on the beach. Take a deep breath. And come along with me in our first video of the day. I call it Food for the Spirit. And I wonder what medicinal foods we may encounter along the way. Please enjoy this food feast in your videos, experiences today. I'll catch you on the other end. Imagine you are walking on the beach. It's a beautiful morning as the sunlight dances off of the waters. In the distance, you see something sparkling. It's near the water. It appears to be a metal chest. It's obviously just been deposited by the sea. It's there on the sand. It's still wet. You approach it and see the chest is securely shut, strapped and buckled up. You're curious, what could be inside? As you release the buckles to open the chest, you sense powerful magic inside. Open the lid, and to your delight, you see fresh herbs and spices, peppermint for headaches and digestion, garlic, ginger, and turmeric, and a bottle of apple cider vinegar for inflammation and immunity. For sleep, there are dried cherries and a handful of walnuts still in their shells. Activated charcoal to remove poisons, packets of dried mushroom powders for immunity and longevity. Fermented cabbage is there too to heal the gut. Raw cacao powder and rosemary are marked for a brighter mood. And there is so much more in nature's medicine chest. Select some of these herbs or foods for your body temple's needs today. In an inside pocket of the chest, you find a number of healing activity prescriptions, and you pick up the list marked "For Greater Peace and Harmony." The list of options begins. Connect with the elements. Go outside and be one with nature. Write a card to a friend. Sharing your gratitude for who they are in this world will bring joy to your heart. Take a series of deep, extended breaths to clear the energy and detoxify the body. Create a nourishing soup or smoothie and include chocolate in your day in a raw form called cacao. Experience a massage, acupuncture, energy, or thought and emotion shifting session with a healing practitioner. Chant or speak a powerful prayer, such as a Buddhist prayer which increases compassion and brings a new level of peace to the heart. May all beings be filled with loving kindness. May all beings be well. May all beings be peaceful and at ease. May all beings be happy. Select one or more healing activities from this list to do today and soon thereafter. Close the chest and buckle the straps securely. Carry it to a stand of palm trees and leave it there for safe keeping. Know that Mother Nature's medicine chest is always there for you. Take your healing medicine treasures and resume walking on the beach, feeling happy and lighthearted with these healing gifts for your body, temple, mind, and soul. Now, to begin to feel your body and bring in a smile to your face. Thank yourself for taking this time to attract and create an abundance for greater harmony. Bask in the glow of new balance and order and the energy of exciting ideas. Let it be so. Blessings.
Hello, I'm David Martino, Doctor of Oil Medicine with Lotus Blossom Clinic. Welcome to my kitchen. So today we're going to make a tea from ginger and turmeric, and we call it immunity. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with some ginger and turmeric. This is a big hunk of ginger. A lot of you are familiar with it. It's a rhizome root. Deb will tell you a lot more about this later. And here is a piece of the turmeric. It's the piece you kind of see in the store. But we grew this, it's a little piece. We're going to grow another batch of this in our pots in the yard. You can grow that too. Just get some and plant it, it'll grow. It'll probably be ready in about December. And so I've been chopping, and I have some ginger and some turmeric. You see the ginger, the turmeric's more orange than the ginger. And we're going to make some tea out of this. That's what it should look like when you're done chopping. And so I'm going to do chopping. I want to finish this up. This is a piece I cut. It's one of the larger pieces of the turmeric. You can see how orange it is inside. I always cut it in half and have a flat surface to chop against so that it doesn't roll on me. I like to have a stable place so that whatever I'm cutting doesn't roll. And so I'm going to finish chopping this and let Deb talk to you more about ginger.
Okay, hello, I'm Deb Martine, and we use the Conquering Any Disease food healing system at Lotus Blossom Clinic. I'm just going to share with you a little bit about these two items. As David says, ginger and turmeric are rhizomes. The ginger is it's an annihilator of inflammation. It's known for nausea, for pain relief, and generally speaking, it has other abilities that we'll be talking about later in another section regarding viruses, the coronavirus family in specific. So that's the ginger, and here's the turmeric. Turmeric, they call it a safety cone, orange protection. You'll see that in the book there's all kinds of statistical information. There's pieces about the compounds and how they work, specific science studies that have gone on as well. So this one is going to require some oil in order for our bodies to be able to absorb it. You'll find that we're putting in coconut oil and we're also adding in black pepper. That's because these things will help to enable it to be absorbable by our body. So let's see how Dr. David is doing with his chopping.
Almost done here.
So you can see the sizes of the pieces that he's creating. It's kind of like a shoestring potato. And he's going to put those in there. Now we have about equal parts of both ginger and turmeric.
I'm ready to make the tea.
Okay, so we're going to move over now to watch him put it into a boiling pot of water. It's just lightly boiling. So he's going to put those things in there. Great. It looks like we could even have a little more water in this pot. So we will probably add some more water in later. Just a little bit more. It's got room.
Okay, now we're going to add some pepper. Just a few shakes.
That's enough.
The pepper actually helps it get activated. And we're going to add a dollop of coconut oil, which also helps it be absorbable. So we just get some coconut oil, just a little.
You can add more or less of any of these things as you wish. It's a very strong tea that we'll be making. So now we'll bring that to a boil again. The other direction, I think. Yeah. And as that gets a little warmer and begins to boil, we will then put the lid on. In the meantime, I think Dr. David's going to share some that we've created in the past.
This is a tea that we've made in the past. And Deborah hasn't had her dose today, so we're going to get some tea for Deborah.
Oh, I'd like more than that. Okay, perfect, perfect. Good. That's a nice dose right there. Probably 3 ounces or so, maybe 4. And I'm just going to add a little honey in here too, because I can. Honey is also an antiviral, so I'll just stir that in. And by the way, this was taken out of the refrigerator, so you can drink this as a warm tea, as a cool beverage. And as you can see, the honey is infused now, so it's a little sweeter. And let's give it a try. Ah, very nice. It has a soft buzz kind of as it comes in. And when I take the second sip, I know that it's going to start feeling a little bit more warm in my throat. Ah, yes, there it is. It has this warm feeling as it goes down. Some might call it a little bit of a burn. It's such a loving embrace is what it feels like to me. And I am thrilled to have this tea in my life. It's something any one of us can do. It takes just a few minutes to do, and you can make a large amount of it and store it for easy use. Right now during flu season, it's great to have some of this every single day. Start your day or end your day, or both, with a little immunity. All right, so he's put all of the goodies in, and it looks like things are coming to a boil here. Yay, yay. Okay. It's really easy from this point. You just turn it down to a very low setting and put the lid on and set the timer. We're going to set it for 60 minutes. You could set it for 90 minutes, or it could even go for a couple of hours. It's fine. And it will just become a simmering pot for that period of time. When it's done, you can just pour that into glass containers and store them. Certainly have some while it's still hot. That's really good too. You can eat the parts that are chopped up. You can just chomp on them. There's more goodness there. And one last thing, you can use the same chopped up pieces to do a second boil up. That's part of the magic of this immunity.
I'm Vicki Gilardi from Lotus Blossom Clinic. I'm a food consultant. I've been there 6 years, but I've been food consulting for decades. I work with Dr. David under his licensure, and we have many patients, clients with various health diseases. And I want to talk to you a little bit today about something that can address some of these diseases and help. And that is probiotics and fermented foods, and the amount of probiotics and the good bacteria that are in these fermented foods. There was a big project done by the government years ago, which it was the Human Microbiome Project. And what they found was that we are all different, but there's good bacteria and there's bad bacteria, but we need both. They produce vitamins, they take care of each other. And so, but the important thing is that we keep our gut balanced. So now how do we do that? Well, one way to do it is with fermented foods. So if you've never heard about fermented foods, what they are just foods that ferment over time, and as they ferment, they create good bacteria. I'll tell you a little story how it all started. They say a few thousand years ago, a shepherd was drinking his tea, and he put it down on the table, and he went out to shepherd his sheep. And about a week later, he came back. He tasted his tea, and it was rather sweet and rather pleasing. So he drank his tea, and it made him feel good. And so he says, I'm going to make some more of this. So he made some more. And so before you know it, his whole village was drinking this tea. And he had the healthiest village in the whole area. Well, whether the story is as I say or not, it is a wonderful story. And what it tells you is that if you take the right probiotics and you keep your gut balanced, you can really stay healthy and resist disease. We have about every quarter at the clinic, we have classes on how to make fermented foods. What are fermented foods? This is one, pickles. I can make these pickles in about 10 minutes. It's with cucumbers, some distilled water, and some spices, and a little culture pack that you can pick up at the clinic. It's only $5, and you can set this on your counter, and in a couple of days you'll have pickles. But they're not the pickles that you find on the shelf in the supermarket. Okay, those have been heated, and once you heat a probiotic, you kill it. So these are nice and cold now in my refrigerator, full of probiotics. My grandson loves them. So this is one thing that, we make at the classes. This is another thing. Okay, this is cabbage. Okay, so this is a fermented vegetable. There's cabbage, and we have some beets and carrots. And again, the little culture, some water, many, many probiotics, good bacteria in here. Now, I also make goat kefir, which is very, very good for the gut. The research on it is that it helps cancer patients. So we have cancer patients that are making goat kefir. All you need is a little bit a day. So now that's a whole other group of good bacteria. So I've already told you 4. One is the kombucha tea, which Dr. David is the king of kombucha tea. And then we have pickles. All right, then we have cabbage. What was the other one? Well, there are many of them. Now, they all have different probiotics, all different kind of bacteria. So also what we've done, okay, is, actually we went to Europe a few years ago, and we saw that in the pharmacies, there were probiotics in everything. And when we came back, we started doing some research. And we have a company, Metagenics, who has, and we carry the products in the clinic. The probiotics are specifically geared towards certain health conditions. For instance, if you have IBS, any kind of digestive disorders, we have a probiotic for that. If you've just come off antibiotics, we have a full spectrum probiotic. Women who get UTIs, we have a woman's formula. So as you see, there are billions of probiotics out there, billions of bacteria, and there's a lot of different probiotics that are geared towards certain diseases. You just have to know which ones to take. It's important to take a variety, and it's very important because this is where your immune system is. It's right here in your gut. This has to be balanced. It has to be healthy. And if you should come down with a cold or a virus, anything like that, you scoop those probiotics in your mouth, okay? Eat your fermented vegetables, eat your pickles, drink your kombucha, okay? And all day long, and you will see that you'll recover a lot more quickly than if you did nothing. So I've told you earlier about the topical probiotic that can help you. And now this one is for internal, and that's. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I was able to shed some light on this important subject of really keeping your immunity system, your immunity up, and keeping that immunity strong. So if you liked this, just like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you at Lotus Blossom Clinic sometime. I'm a food consultant, and if you need help, please feel free to call me.
If you were in my presence, and many of you do know me, I would be offering you a piece of chocolate right now. So if you can find some chocolate in your own home, please do go get a piece. You're going to want more of that. So there's the chocolate. Go get your own. And let's talk about the nutrition that's in this powerhouse food. There are over 1,200 phytochemicals, vitamins, and minerals found in raw chocolate. It's been used as medicine for centuries in Central and South America. And studies have proven it helps with stress, inflammation, cardiovascular health, headaches, allergies, and there are well-referenced studies from places like Oxford University and Harvard University. And yes, you always knew it. Chocolate triggers the release of all sorts of endorphins. It has happy brain chemicals. And I always like to make people understand or make you aware that there are different levels of chocolate. So the one that I tend to utilize is from Sacred Chocolate. We sell these at the clinic in small groups. That is raw cacao. It's not been heated in any of its processes over about 115 degrees, and it was not fire roasted. There are some local companies like Zotter that you can find in Cape Coral. Now this one is a processed food. It's all natural and all good ingredients. And then Honduras from my home state of Colorado. This one is the same. It's only 2 ingredients, and I agree with all of those. All of these chocolates are great. There are about 4 times more antioxidants in this one because it's raw. But hey, get the chocolate that you have, get a good one, and enjoy it. Because look at these happy brain chemicals. PEA, the love chemical is what it's known as, brings higher awareness, a sense of well-being and contentment. Dopamine, this elevates the mood. It increases your mental acuity and concentration. It creates a more positive attitude. Who could argue with that? Tryptophan, you probably think of that as turkey. That's where I first heard that word. That nice, calming, you want to take a nap. Tryptophan does a lot of things. It's the precursor to serotonin. It increases the production of serotonin. It's the precursor to melatonin too. That improves your sleep. So what is serotonin? Well, it's a natural antidepressant, and it's helping you feel good, all is well kind of feelings that you can have, just all is well in your world. And in these tough times, you want to be consciously aware as you're eating this food that the vibration that you're bringing in is bringing in contentment and elevated mood and more acuity and concentration in your mental powers. Anandamide, the last one on my list, it's known as the bliss chemical. It is a cannabinoid, and it helps the other happy brain chemicals stay active in your body longer. Great, we need more of that.
Hi, my name is Jacqueline Gilardi, and I'm the CEO, developer of Siani Probiotic Body Care. I wanted to reach out to all of you today to talk to you about my skincare line. How I got started with topical probiotics was really, I owe that to my son. I adopted him as an infant, and he was not holding down any formulas. He was considered at risk, not thriving. And I finally took all those formulas and just threw them in the trash. And I decided I wanted to have a formula that was based on ingredients from the earth. And I ordered those ingredients from all around the United States. Cold pressed this and those types of ingredients. What really left an impression on me was the probiotic that came in on ice. I do believe that that was the main ingredient that saved my son's life. That was my first experience with probiotics where I really felt that way. Although I knew they were good for you before, but I could really see the difference this time. As soon as he started drinking that milk, never spit up again, thrived, it was probiotic. So that kind of got me interested in the largest organ of our body, which is our skin. And I thought, if probiotics could do that amazing types of things inside of our body, what could it do for the outside? So I started applying that topical probiotic on his skin, and he had some patches of eczema, which I cleared up, and they've never returned. So that's how we got started with topical probiotics. My son and I take them internally, and we also use them topically on a daily basis. So from that, I moved into a skincare line. We do use a main ingredient, skincare ingredient called Bonacel, which we partnered with the company to use this ingredient. It has 44 global skincare patents. It does amazing things with elasticity, moisturization, hydration, a lot of anti-aging types of things. And the probiotic is naturally derived. And we use our natural and organic types of creams and gels and things like that with this ingredient. We use a lot of fruit-based glycolic, ocean-based retinol, just the most wonderful ingredients that we can find. If we do not need to use preservatives, then we do not. An example of that product would be our advanced stem biotics, which is made with stem cells, plant stem cells, and it's a gel. It is lavender lime scent, very refreshing, very clear gel. It feels very good on your face, very refreshing. And once you try it, I doubt you're gonna wanna go back to anything else. I love that Lotus Blossom has used all of my products. They love them. Their clients love them. Dr. Martin does facial acupuncture, which is it's wonderful because it's not surgical. He uses my products to go along with that acupuncture for the facelift. And his clients love them. They feel amazing. And if you don't walk out of there or feel healthier and more nourished, more hydrated, more beautiful, you're gonna feel more beautiful. And these ingredients are coming from the earth. So if you like this type of thing, I would love to hear from you, either through Lotus Blossom. You could give me a call. My name is Jacqueline Gilardi. But also Lotus Blossom is very knowledgeable with my products, and they could give you all kinds of information. If you would like to hear more about these types of things, I really look forward to talking with you about each one of my products. Please subscribe, and I will see you again sometime in the future. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed your videos and found some treasures to bring home with you. We'd love to hear from you. What works? What other things you'd like to learn about? You can communicate with us through our Facebook page or our YouTube channel, which is Spoonful Experiences Holistic and Natural, or you can call us at the clinic, 239-277-1399. Our last installment for this Telesummit series is Sunday, June 7th. The topic will be energy medicine. Save some time, come along with us next Sunday. And when you subscribe to the Spoonful Experiences YouTube channel, you'll be notified of our Teaspoon Tuesdays. These are days every Tuesday when we feature a video by one of our practitioners for you. You'll be notified if you have subscribed. Of course, you can watch these videos at your own convenience. Be sure to join us immediately in Part 2, the practitioner panel. It's part of today's Telesummit. Myself and today's practitioners from the videos are in the broadcast room waiting for you now. We're here to shed additional light on the topic of food as medicine, and we encourage you to enter your questions and comments in the chat. Where will you find us? Please note, the panel presentation will be in a separate post nearby. It has a banner marked Panel Presentation 531. This post will either be above or below the one you're watching. Scroll around, look for our 4 bright faces. You'll find us. See you there.